The question of who the attackers could be and potential attackers is one that I get asked a lot, quite often. And everybody usually leans towards who would ever do this to somebody on a medical device, or who would ever, outside of a James Bond movie or something like that, I don't ever see this potentially happening. And I see it as the biggest risk being inadvertent damage. We see a lot of worms, we see a lot of viruses that cause computers to be unstable. And we see this software and malware going out there stealing credit card information, but having an impact on your network, having an impact on computers and servers. And that's what I see as being the biggest potential for damage in a hospital, is one day we're going to have a piece of malware that steals credit card information or personal data, inadvertently break an infusion pump or a respirator, and cause some human damage, not because it was intended to, but as a side consequence. And I think that's probably the biggest risk. There's always going to be a risk of direct attacks. I think those are very minimal. I think that the risk of that is very small, especially given how powerful these medical devices are at saving people's lives. And the example I give here is I have a lot of parents that email me and ask me, is it safe for my child to have an insulin pump? Or should I be concerned that they'll be attacked in the cyber world, making their insulin pump kill my child? And I equate this to saying, should I let my child go outside because a lightning bolt might hit them, or a bus could go flying off the freeway and hit them? The chances of that are really, really small. So while you accept that risk because you want your child to go outside, you want your child to live a wholesome life. And I say the same thing about insulin pumps. We have to be aware of the risks of these things so we can make that world a better place. But the number one priority is patient health and to make sure you stay alive. So working with your doctor, making sure that you're on the right treatment plan, whether that has a medical device or doesn't have a medical device, is by far the most important thing, as compared to worrying about malware, worrying about malicious attacks or directed attacks. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is that we stay healthy and our friends and family stay healthy.